trying another video to see if I can make this work. So if you're watching this as a replay, I am currently sending everyone the link. It'll just take me a hot second. All right, so let's share the link and bam. And, nope, that's not what I wanted. Embed. Okay, so we'll do that, and we'll do that, and let's hope that this fixes it. Please fix it. Okay, so we're gonna wait for everyone to come in. Oh, I need to send it to myself too. Hold the phone. Let me email it to myself. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, so now I gotta get to the other video too so I can make sure I've got my eye on the pulse. Let's keep our fingers crossed because I really do have a lot I want to get done. And no, this is wasting my time. Stupid phone. Okay, nothing makes you want to switch the type of phone like technical issues reoccurring like this for no reason. Okay, so we are back. Yay. Try to get us adjusted so we're straight. Hopefully that's working. Okay, hi everybody. Welcome back. Hello again. Okay, so we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna like keep our fingers crossed, maybe our toes too, and hope that turning my phone off and back on was what it needed. Hi, Marcy. Welcome. You're finally catching a live, and you are a lucky duck who is catching them, who's catching today's when I've got so many issues. I'm sorry, Marcy. That's been so... Anyway, it happens. It happens. Okay. So what I need to do here is to string this number 12 onto the twine, which is going to be not easy. Okay, here we go. Got it. Yay. Okay, so there's the number 12. And then I did go ahead and stick all of my journaling in there. It's on sticker paper. I'm going to be like, I'm not going to be able to focus because I'm going to have to keep looking at my phone. Okay, so this is the sticker paper that I'm using. It is clear matte sticker paper from Avery. I don't know if it has a number, 8665, but I think that's just the template that you have to use. Oh, no, that is it. Okay, so 8665, clear, not glossy sticker paper. I used that to add my journaling to the inside of the window. QR code is there. I poked 2 holes, not poked, I punched 2 holes to get the twine in here, tied little knots so that they don't pull out of the hole. So I've got 2 sections. And then we can just tie this into, I might just have it be like a, knot, like just tie it into a knot and then cut off, you know, some of the pieces. I probably cut that a little too short. Oh, well, it is what it is. Okay, so that is that. So I don't have to worry about tying it into a bow. It can just be like a knot. And then that is going to go into the center of my photo template here. All right, so I'm going to adhere this with score tape. So far, so good. Yay, Tammy, yay. I'm so glad you guys are all finding me again. Yay. I don't know. Phones are the worst. They're the worst. One of the things I have had on my list for a long time, but it's just complicated, is getting a camera, like an actual camera, DSLR camera, that connects to, that you can live stream from and do so wirelessly. But I've been able to get by with my phone for so long that there's been no reason to invest in a camera. But I'm also considering switching my phone and getting a Google phone instead of an iPhone, you know? And most of the time I'm on the fence. Like, I don't know, I love my iPhone, but also it does annoying stuff. And then and then it makes me think twice. Like, maybe I do. Maybe I would like a Google phone instead. I'm gonna say that out loud so that my phone can start cooperating. Otherwise, it's out. Okay, so this is essentially the story. I don't think I'm gonna add anything else to this. I could, like, you could add more, you know, but like this gift doesn't make sense. This tree, I don't know, could go like here, but I like it. I just like it plain. I really just like it plain. So I'm gonna stick those in there. This is my heart. That counts for my story, for my prompt for today. And then I'm going to hole punch this on this side, and then it will go into the album. That'll be story number 12. So let's get it hole punched. And then I should be able to go back and finish up that other one now. Okay. All right, so quickly I'll read the journaling for story 12 while we're here. So for this one, I said, and my prompt was, this is how we do Christmas. I said, at Christmas time, the boughs of holly are strung and a forest of trees appears. This is how we do Christmas. Every room is sprinkled with Christmas cheer, twinkle lights, garland, and decor galore. This is how we do Christmas. A kaleidoscope of greens and reds, silver and gold adorn the furniture, floors, and walls. This is how we do Christmas. Christmas trees, both big and small, take up residence in each of our rooms. This is how we do Christmas, and I wouldn't do it any other way. So simple, right? And then video tour, QR code, fun times, tie this in a little knot, call it a day, done. Very good. So we at least finished one story so far, and my phone is still on. You missed the action, Mallory. It was just my phone being dumb and turning off again. Like, why is it doing that? I don't know. Why is it doing that? Okay, so I'm going to stick that in the album for now because that'll get it out of the way. Let's bring back the previous story here and get this one finished as well. So for these, I'm just going to try and finesse my way around cutting out the inside of these circles. I'm going to stab them in the middle, like so. Come on. And then I like to cut them into, and like put a plus sign in the middle, because I find that easier for cutting out the insides of things. Okay. Oh, that's a great idea, Risa. Yes, and the template is included in today's, well, in the, you know, the actual post for today. So you can just go grab that. If you have Photoshop, you just grab that, throw your photos in it, and like done, done, and done. And it was his birthday, so you could use around here, but there's also this one that says what matters. And I think that would be a really good sentiment for like a birthday, you know, celebrating somebody's birthday. The fact that they matter, you know. I think that would be good. Okay. I'm literally going to be checking my phone every 5 seconds, just so you know. Today was supposed to be a relaxing day of just crafting with all of you for hours. But no. Well, I have to tell you something funny too. Well, I think it's funny anyways. So last night I was downstairs on the kitchen table working on my planner for next year. I'm trying to put together some like front pages and back pages inside of my passion planner for 2023 because I want to set up my planner to include a lot of the, I guess you could call them collections that I have previously put in their own notebooks. So I just wanted things to be a little bit more compiled together so I could just kind of update one book. Although I will actually have more than one book that I'm working in. I have a weekly and a daily. I love the daily planners because they help me keep on track of, help me stay on track in the day itself. But the weekly one helps me see the week at a glance. So I use the weekly planner to help me set up the daily planner. So my weekly planner, I make a little bit more decorative and I have a little bit more fun with it. That is also where I want to put some of my collections. What I mean by that is my reading journal setup. I want to add some pages for movies and shows, just some different trackers and challenges associated to that. Some home stuff and budgeting stuff and kid stuff. So like a whole bunch of different things. Anyway, I digress. So I was at the kitchen table working on all of that until later than I should have. I try to go to bed by be in bed by about 10:30 so I can read for half an hour, sleep by 11. It happens maybe once a week. Because I am a natural night owl. So I was up later than I should be, and my cats, the kittens, decided that it was a great opportunity to cause chaos in my living room. And I mean, I don't know what they were doing. They were like roughhousing right around the base of the tree. So like bumping into it and stuff's coming out of it. And so I got up out of my seat and pushed, made them go away, scared them away, and then sat back down. They came back out and did it again. And I went over there and I scared them away. And it was specifically Boo who was causing the most trouble. Of course it was Boo, King Boo. Anyway, so, I want to say they did it like 10 times at least. Finally, near the end, I went over, I was planning, so I had my ruler. I went over and I smacked one of them on the butt, and he ran into the basement for a little bit and then came back out and decided, oh, I'm going to go do it again. Let's go roughhouse again, because this is now a game that I am playing. It's now a game. So I picked him up by his scruff finally, because I had it. I was done. Over it, picked him up by his scruff and just death glared at him in his face for a good minute straight. And then he went to the basement and stayed down there for a while. It was like one of those I am the alpha and you will listen to me types of moments. Because I swear that cat was thinking we were just playing some kind of game or something. I was so over it. I don't even know what made me think of that. Just the fact that I don't even know what made me think of that. What made me think that? I don't know. But they are brats. They are complete brats. I love them, but man. Hopefully these are the last kittens we're going to have for a long time. Please live and prosper and grow into old age when you're fat and docile. Don't leave us when you're too young and then we get more kittens and it's just, chaos. We don't have a very good track record for our cats staying alive for very long. We've had 2. So as you guys know, Dibs passed away this year and he was 9, which is really not that old for a cat. It's pretty young. So he died at 9. We originally had his brother, so we had 2 of them at the same time. We got them as a wedding present from Caitlin and Alex. And his brother had a rare disease and passed away right after turning 1. So we had, you know, we had the kittens for like 9 months, and then one of them died. And then, what am I doing here? And then, you know, Dibs himself was 8 years later. So now we have Pumpkin, who we've had for 2 years now, and the new kittens. So we're like, please, I know our track record is bad, but like, please stay alive for a long time. I'm so tired of the baby stages. I'm still here, right? Yeah, still here. I think maybe turning it off might have worked. I don't know. I'll have to remember that because this problem happens like once every couple of weeks, I feel like. So if it happens again, and if this fixes it, then we'll know what the fix is. To just phone off, phone back on, new video, and go. All right, so now I'm going to add alphabets, so the initials of each person into the circles. So that was a way for me to use those wonky circles to still get the cool circle shape, but to remove the sentiment that was inside because I want it to be a little bit more customized. I wish there was a wonky circle outline, like that was blank. That would have been cool. Okay, so head in your way, I apologize. But I want to make sure I get this in the right place. So we've got A for Aaron. Ooh. Cloth for cleaning. And then K for Crystal. You know what's funny is sometimes I debate about whether I should, it's just silly debate. For whatever reason, when listing out family names, it just feels more traditional to list out, you know, like head of the household being the male, so like Aaron, and then me, and then Izzy, and then Jonah. But I am actually older than Aaron. So part of it feels a little weird that it's like, maybe I should list myself first because I'm the oldest and most mature. So maybe it should go Crystal, Aaron, Isabella, Jonah. Plus then you get like girl, boy, girl, boy. I didn't think about that in time for this, but that is on my mind lately. Like why, you know, do you go the traditional way or do you go by age and maturity level? Okay, so then we got I, and then J. That will be all of these. Okay, Kate, I'm glad I'm not alone with that because yes, it's like, I don't know. Like for whatever reason, you default to like, of course the male goes first, like male, female, and then children in order of how old they are. But also, it makes sense to go in order of age. Okay, see, and that turned out really cute by just adding in the initials there. I like the way that's so cute. Okay. Sometimes you never know. Sometimes you start these things and you just don't know where they're going to end up. If it's going to come to fruition the way that you foresee or not. And I think this one's cute. So here is the final. I'm going to set this up here. Here's the final part for this, right? And look how I love it. Love it. It's dark. That's garbage now. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and adhere the journaling page to my page from yesterday. And the other cute thing is you also will get a little bit of that. I don't know if you can see that. You'll get a little bit of this to the left side. So cute. All right, so do I want to use just roller adhesive? Yeah, I guess we can just, no, because it didn't stick that well. So no. We're going to go with strength. Wait, what? Oh, that kind of day. Oh, okay. Coming in January. Yes. Yes. They totally thought that was a game, Tammy. You are right. Yes. So, Tammy, I saw your comment about adopting an older cat. That was definitely something that we thought about. And sometimes we're like, man, why didn't we do that? But Aaron was convinced that we needed, and I'm totally putting the blame on this one on Aaron. He was convinced that we needed to get a kitten so that we could raise it to have the temperament that we like, because we've had all of our cats from the age of them being kittens, and they've all turned out to be like really cool social cats. So he's like, you know, we got this really good track record for raising kittens into cool cats. So we should just get more kittens, because what if we get a cat, you know, an older cat, and it's just not, it doesn't have the personality we want. So he was, you know, it's on him. 100% on him. He's not wrong. Like, all of our cats have turned out pretty darn cool. But, but it definitely challenges us, right? It's a challenge for sure. Okay, so I adhered that here first so that when I hole punch it, the hole punches are in the same place on both of these. Oh, wait. Except you're like deeper in here. What? Okay, well, that's annoying. That's okay. It's okay. I got this thing. We'll just hand punch them. Why? It's a good thing I didn't punch it first. That's super weird. Why are these in so far? It's on the die cut page that they're further in. Okay, there we go. So let's grab the book here. We'll stick these pages in, and then we can move on to the next. Go to the side there. There. Okay, and ooh. Okay. All right, cool. So we've got this. That turned out really cute. I always end up with a lot of stamping in these types of projects because I like it. It looks good. And then we've got around here. Very good. Okay, now. Next. Oh, also I did print out a bunch of those little calendar photos so I can add those into my calendar today. I think for now I'm going to set them all up to the top, and then we'll just do that all at the same time. All right, so that handles number 11 and number 12. Yay. Okay. Next up is story 13, which I am super pumped for this one. I think this is going to be really cool, but it is going to be tedious. So just fair warning on that. Oh, Deb, for my bulkiness, I don't know. I might end up having to do 2. I don't know, because we're at 12 and 12 is halfway, right? So at the halfway point, I don't know. The problem is with the 10 by 8. Here's my problem with the 10 by 8 is that it ends up being really thin down on this side, because if you're working with different sizes on the inside and everything is not a 10 by 8, so like this bulks up the inner portion, right? And this bulks up the inner portion. And this bulks up the inner portion. So it's becoming fat on the inside, but not on the outside. One thing I am considering for a future layout is to take this pocket, this joy pocket, and put it, so maybe have like a, we'll pretend like this is a, it's not though, that's too short. Let me go back to a 6 by 8. So here's one of the outside of the, you know, pocket 6 by 8. I'm thinking about stitching this to a page like that. I guess it would have to be a little bit smaller. And then putting something in here, even if it's like this is one story and then this is another story. It's something that has a bit more bulk to it so that it fattens up the end part. So I don't know. I have thought about that because it does slightly bother me that the pages, like, they're just, you know, they lean into the bottom. I don't like that. So I want something to bulk it up right here. Anyway, so I'm probably going to have to do two because here you can see, like, it's not too terribly bad, but also I don't want to smush everything in there if I don't have to. So it'll be okay. I think it will still end up, oh my gosh, sun. Oh, the sun. Okay. I think it will still end up being less bulky than my albums have been in the past, which is a win for me anyway. It's a lot more story focused this year, I feel, than in previous years where I've been more, not that I didn't have stories or, you know, have whatever, but it's been more, I suppose, like layout design. Like that was where I started from. So there was a lot more interactive things, you know, in years past. Not that there's not this year too, but you know what I mean. Okay, so story number 13. Yay. This is the other two files that I had put into the post for today. So not this one, but you know, the real post. Sorry, water. The other two files are here. So the inspiration for this one came from the story prompt on repeat around here. When I was thinking about, you know, what's on repeat around here right now, I thought about, of course, music, but also TV and the Nintendo Switch and my cell phone. So in my supplies from Ali Edwards kits, I have the phone pad, which has the phone image on it. And I also have the TV pad. Now you might notice that these are not from the pad, right? They have an outline around the outside, and I obviously need to cut them a little bit better. Ultimately, I decided to print off the digital version onto my own cardstock because I printed these two pieces, so a CD and a Nintendo Switch. This is a Nintendo Switch Lite, PS. So there's no, like, the Joy-Cons don't come off, right? I wanted it to represent my kids have, or at least Izzy has a Nintendo Switch Lite. So I have that. Anyway, these I created. So I had sort of a starting point that I altered drastically in order to create my own shapes. So I have these. Now, I printed these on my own cardstock, and then when I compared them to the Ali Edwards pages, which are here and here, the colors, even the two Ali Edwards pads, are not the same color. Like, this is a bright, vivid white, and it's thicker, whereas the TV pad is super thin, and it's a little bit grayer of a color. And then both of them are different from my actual cardstock. So I felt like that was going to bother me and just opted for printing off the digital versions so they could all match. But, you know, you can use what you got if you want to. When I went to get my photos, I looked for a cover photo for a CD, right? That was by one of my favorite Christmas time artists, Pentatonix, or groups, right? So I have that in here that I'm going to add into the portion of the CD so it looks like a real CD. I printed off one of the one of the movies we recently watched, and that can go into the screen portion of the TV. I printed off a screenshot of me watching December Daily Story 12 by Ali Edwards. And I'm going to put that into the phone screen here. And then I also have a picture of the title screen for Minecraft that I'm going to put into the Nintendo Switch screen to represent what's been on repeat on the Switch, or just video games in general. Then what I want to do is on the back side of these, I want to stamp out a bunch of words or a bunch of different things that have been on repeat for that particular thing. So for example, for the Nintendo Switch, I have Minecraft, Mario Brothers, Witcher, Stray, and Stardew Valley. I might not be able to fit all of them on there. That's totally okay. I just wanted enough to fill up the whole back of it. Not all of those, PS, are actual Switch games, but I figure the Switch is representative of video games. So that's what I'm going to do there. And I have that for all 4 of these different things. And that's where it's going to be a little tedious, is filling in the different names. And then all of this is going to go into a pocket, not a tag pocket, right? And we'll go into the album. So what I'm going to start with here, is the stamping. That way we can get the title stamped out, which I need this one. So I can get the title stamped out. I can get the backs stamped out. Everything can dry while I create the pocket for this all to live in. And then we'll go from there. Yeah? I think that's what we'll do. So for now, I do need to cut these out a little bit nicer. I'm not going to worry about that quite yet. I'm just going to go ahead and stamp all over the back of it and then go from there. It's possible there might be some bleed through. I'm hoping that's not the case. I need like this. That's what I need. I'm hoping that's not the case, but if it is, it'll be fine. It'll be fine and I will live with it. Okay, so let's start with the phone. And for this, I want to use my typewriter. Oh, also, my design one for this one is to emboss or to use gold foil or gold foil something. I am going to emboss the title, which is just going to be the words on repeat, which I'll do in this font. And that will go on the front of the pocket. But we'll do that after we do the backs of this. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to get started. And I think, do I want to just do like black? You know what I could do? I could just do a different color for each one of them. So I could do, I've got like red, green, green. I don't really want to do gold again. Oh, I could do gray. Gray, red, green, and green. Sure. Let's just do that. All right. So, Susan, it's a problem no matter the size of the album. You're having the same issue. And you did something thicker on the outside edge. Yeah. It's a bummer, you know, that, oh, I need this, that they kind of warp like that. But it's fun to play with all the different sizes in the albums. So, you know, I guess we can't have our cake and eat it too. But there are ways that we can adjust. And I like that, you know, you're the same thought pattern there. So I'm just going to stamp out, like this first one is going to say December Daily Process Videos. DECE. M. BER. And then daily Oh, that would have been cute, Tammy. I like that idea of having the kids color them. Oh, yes, the new Pokemon game. Is it the, I forget. There's Violet and there's another one. I know Violet because that's what Izzy asked for Christmas from Santa. Okay, so another funny story. I'm going to check my phone. Okay, we're good. Another funny story. So today, was it today? I think it was today. It might have been last night. When Izzy got home from school. P.S. The sun is out and that is glorious. Oh my gosh. Okay. So she got home from school. I think it was last night. And I emptied out her backpack because there's always stuff for us, like papers and stuff for us to take a look at. And she had this story she had to write. So they gave her a prompt and then she had to fill in, you know, what she would do. And the prompt was, if she got to go to the North Pole, what would she do? And she wrote on this page, she said, I would find Santa so I could tell him what I want for Christmas. And I looked at her, you know, so I read it out loud, you know, like, if I got to go to the North Pole, I would find Santa and tell him what I want. Or find Santa and get close to him and tell him what I want, I think is what she said. And I said, are you telling the truth on this? Like, would you really do that? And she's like, no. I'm like, well, why did you write that down? I'm like, that's not true. You don't get close to Santa. What are you talking about? It was funny. I got a chuckle out of it for sure. I'd get close to him. That's probably what all the other kids said. She was just like, oh yeah, obviously that's what I would do too. Not. Oh, I never read the journaling on that first one either because, wait, what is this? Process. I'm like, what am I writing? Process videos. So funny story, right? With Minecraft. So Minecraft, if you don't know what Minecraft is, it's a video game that is it's like a world building game where you're a little pixelated person and you get to go and like chop down trees and find animals and you make houses and you can do all different kinds of stuff. Like that's like the very base. That's my understanding. You can go down into mines and find gems and stuff. I don't know. It's not like one of those games that I'm super apt to play because it doesn't have like, I don't know. It doesn't have like a super great purpose to it, and I struggle with that. And whether or not that's a waste of my time, you know? But it's kind of like playing with Legos, but on a video game, I suppose. So there is benefit to it, just, I don't know. Anyway, so the kids were playing it with Aaron, and Jonah and Izzy always end up fighting with each other at some point while they're playing because she wants to build stuff and he just destroys everything. That's just what he does. So he found a village where there's a bunch of like villagers and ended up killing all the villagers because you can do that in the game. And Aaron was like, he asked Jonah, he's like, Jonah, like, did you just kill all the villagers? Why did you do that? And he's like, well, because there's no Santa Claus in this world. Or there's no Santa Claus in this game. So I can do whatever I want. I don't know. It was just funny. I totally put that in the journaling that I forgot to read. But, because I wanted that in there. Apparently, Santa Claus is where we get our moral compass from. Okay, so we got December daily process videos, EOS. And then we'll see how badly we bled through to the front. I think it'll be okay. This ink doesn't, this is more of like a pigment style ink, so it doesn't soak in as much. However, the red will be where it's like, it might. Because red's a very strong color. Okay, December daily process videos. And then I want to say plan. I'm obsessed lately with Plan With Me videos. I probably watch Plan With Me videos more than I even watch December daily videos right now. Scarlet. Yes, Scarlet. I have not played the board game, Mallory. Builders and Biomes. Interesting. I'll have to look into that because that could be a good way. Sometimes I feel like it's difficult for me to connect with the kids over video games because while I love video games, I grew up on video games. Sometimes I still enjoy sitting down and playing them. They also, to me, are an inefficient use of time. And I will oftentimes like start a game and then like quit, stop playing after a while because I feel like I should be doing something else, or I'm just bored of it, and there's tons of other things for me to do. So it is a little hard to connect with the kids over the games because they can just play the same thing for hours and hours and hours and hours, And then I'm like, what happened to me? I used to be able to do that. That used to be me. But apparently, I have become an old where that just doesn't, it doesn't hold my attention like it used to. But maybe the board game would be a good option. Deb, Michaela only wants to meet the real Santa. That's so funny. Kids are so funny. The real Santa. Okay, Plan With Me. So this is gonna this might take a while. That's okay. What is currently on repeat for you on your phone? What are you scrolling on your phone? Do you watch videos or just like social media surf? Do you have a favorite app that you're always getting into? So I got Plan With Me. And then I'm going to say along the same lines. Maybe I'll use a comma in between so I know where one begins and the next ends. It'll be you. J. Now your Christmas jams on Spotify. Gilmore Girls White Scrap. Audiobook in the car. Isn't it funny how we have things that accompany us on different parts of our day or different tasks that we're doing? Like I listen to Christmas music when I am in here working on stuff, when I'm not live, because if I were to listen to Christmas music on live, I would get pegged for copywriting. That happened before, PS. I think it was like a, maybe a Zoom that we did, and I played music, and then I posted it for the replay. So it wasn't for any kind of monetary anything, or, it was unlisted, only for Patreon. but it totally got pegged for copyright and taken down. Whoops. Whoopsies. But I generally listen to Christmas music when I'm in my office. But when I am doing things like chores or in the car or things like that, I listen to YouTube videos instead. Setups. I think maybe because I'm gonna have a little bit more room, maybe I'll stamp like, I don't know. What else do I do on my phone? Or watch on my phone on YouTube? Maybe I'll just put like, ooh, you know what? I'll put a P and an L for like Project Life, because every once in a while, Project Life. Even though you can't even really see what it is at all, it feels weird to just stamp two random things. So we'll do PL for Project Life. Okay, so there is the phone, which is pretty much what's on repeat around here for me. So December daily process videos, plan with me. I kind of do want the comma though, comma. So process videos, plan with me, bullet journal setups, and Project Life are generally what I'm watching. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry. Number 1 done. And once it's dry, and how are we doing on ghosting? You know, it's not too bad. That's not too bad. You can still, like, you can like barely see. You can see it if you put it up to the light, but that's fine. And plus it's gonna be a picture right there. So, okay, we'll let that one dry. We are drying the sun. And then we'll work on the next one. So next I've got music. I also want to cut out this little center part. Here is my pokey tool. Out. There we go. Yes, Deb, that's totally what it was. I was like, oh, it's going to be silent for a few minutes while I'm gone. Here, I'll put on some music for you all. Yeah, no, lesson learned. Oh, well. Okay, so I am going to cut out the middle part because I am, I guess. And then I guess I didn't have to do this right this moment. I could have waited until I had stamped the back, but oh well, here we are. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp on the back, and I will clean up the cut around the outside after it dries. So for this one, we'll do red, mostly because there's very little that's actually going to show on this once I get the picture on here. So the picture covers up most of the file. So if this ghosts a lot, it won't matter. Okay, so music that has been on repeat around here. I went with Christmas music and Christmas artists. So first and foremost, I wonder if I should go in a, I think I will go in a circle. That could be kind of fun. I wonder if I'll have enough. I might need, you guys might have to help me brainstorm some artists if I run out of ideas. So right now, this year, I have been loving Sia. She's kind of a more alternative-ish, maybe a little bit, she's definitely alternative sounding, alternative rock-ish sounding. But she just has a really different voice. If you don't know who she is and you know the song Candy Cane Lane, that is a song by Sia. So I've got her playing quite often right now. And no Christmas would be complete without Pentatonix. Check my phone. Okay, we're still good. Pentatonix. That's totally evidence of the random info no one needs to remember but sticks in your brain. You're a good trivia person. You would be really good at trivia. I could see that. That's so funny, Deb. Okay, friends, of your Christmas music selections, what Christmas songs and or artists and or songs have been on your repeat list this season? Anybody new, or is it all classics that you've always loved? I think I mentioned this, but I did print out all of the things I wanted to stamp so that I would not have to think about spelling. Because sometimes talking and stamping words can be a little tricky, and you run the risk of misspelling things. T-O. N-I-X. Have you all seen the movie Zootopia? I love that movie. It's super cute. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend. There is a scene in Zootopia where they go into the DMV, basically, so Department of Motor Vehicles, and they're trying to get information, I think, on a license plate or something. Yeah, it's definitely a license plate. And the animals that work at the Zootopia version DMV are sloths. And it's hysterical because they're in a hurry. They're trying to get this information. They're trying to figure out these bad guys. And the sloths move at sloth speed. So the main character is like let's just say the license plate number is like PENTATONIX. So she's like PENTOTINIX, right? And they're like P E, and she's like NTATONIX, you know, and they're like T. Anyway, sometimes I feel like that with stamping. Sometimes that's how I feel. It's very slow. We move at sloth speed, right? Okay, so we got Pentatonix. Okay. And then who can I put in here that is short? I think about this for a moment. Okay, so, well, that's okay. I might just like, whoop, curve it in. So we've got Michael Bublé. So M. I. C. Giving it a stronger curve here so that we can make it make sense. It still fills it in, but H A E and L. Okay, I think I'll actually be able to fit this stuff in. That'll be fine. Michael Bublé. B-U-B-L-E. Flash. I know, I love him. It's one of my favorite scenes of a movie. So my other favorite cartoon, like animated movie scene as an adult is Hotel Transylvania 3. Also highly recommend. So it's the one where they go on a cruise. I've actually really liked all of the Hotel Transylvania movies. I think there's 4 of them, and they're all really good. Anyway, so for the for Hotel Transylvania 3, they go on a cruise, and the werewolf parents have like 500 kids or something. And that's not even an exaggeration. It might be like 500. It's probably not 500 kids. It's probably 100 kids, but that's still like, that's a lot of kids. So on the cruise ship, there is one of those like child care centers where you can go drop your kids off for the whole day and they just watch them and it's free and you get to go be an adult and do fun things. And so the werewolf parents bring their kids to the center and they're like, really, you're gonna take our kids? And they're like, oh yeah, we'll take your kid, that's what we're here for, we're here to watch your kids. And they're like, you'll take all of them, like all of our kids? And they're like, yeah, we'll take them all. And then the kids like swarm in like bees, just like all swarming in. The 2 parents step out of the center and they're just by themselves with no kids, which is, not something that you see very often in the movie with them. And they look at each other and they're like, so what do we do now? And the one reply, I forget who asked who. It might be like the husband who's like, so what do we do now? And then the wife's like, I guess we do whatever we want, and they're like, whatever we want? Whatever we want? And then it's like these huge smiles. And I was like, that is the most relatable thing. Like, now what do we do now that we don't have our kids? We can do whatever we want. What does that even mean? It's just funny. I love that scene. Love it, love it, love it. That one, Zootopia DMV. Yeah. They are the best. Okay. Okay, got a tiny little bit of space here. What can I put in here that's small? Like, is there a group? Can you think of somebody kind of like Sia who has like a very short name? Or I guess I could put initials. Like I could do like Mariah Carey initials, like MC. I think I'll do that. M and a C. Yeah, because that'll fit. 2 letters. And, someday I won't remember what this means. That's okay. Like, MC, what the heck does that even mean? Whatever, it's fine. For now, I do know. Okay, Mariah Carey. So there's my on repeat music key. And let's see, ghosting wise. Okay, also not terrible. I mean, you can definitely see it against the light, but that's okay. I'm gonna set that into the sun to dry. We're gonna move on to the Nintendo Switch. And here we go. And Nintendo Switch is gonna be dark green. Yeah, we all know the moment. Yes. Uh-oh, am I, no, I'm okay. I'm like, oh no, my phone. Okay, so, we all know that moment, yes. Wish for some me time, and then you get it, and then you're like, yeah, exactly. You're like, gosh, all I want to do is just be by myself, and then you're by yourself, and you're like, well, I wish I had my kids. I wonder how they're doing. Every date night ever, like, oh, I wonder what the kids are up to right now. So silly. All right, so we were doing Minecraft. One of the things I'm really excited about today is because I already got story, whatever number it is, 14, because today's the 14th, right? So I already have story 14 ready to go. We're going to put it together today too. Because I have that done, I won't have to spend my evening figuring out what it's going to be, getting all the pieces together. I get to just like go hang out this evening. I'm really looking forward to that. Which is especially good because Aaron has his Dungeons and Dragons night tonight. So it'll just be me and the kids hanging out, which is good. We both have like a bunch of social-ish things going on this week because I've got the Patreon book club. Wow, the wind sounds like it's screaming out there. Patreon book club is on Thursday, and then another event on Saturday. And I had a Instagram live on Monday night. So it's just been a busy week. Tonight will be relaxing. I'll see if I can swindle them into watching a Christmas movie with me. And actually, they won't even be home till late because they won't be here till right around bedtime. So actually, maybe I'll just watch a Christmas movie by myself. I don't mind that. What is the best Christmas movie you've watched this year so far? Aaron and I watched the Noel Diary, which was on Netflix, and that was really cute. I really liked that one. He was not intending to watch that with me, but got sucked into it, which sometimes happens. He gives me a hard time for my, like, you know, Christmas rom-coms, but then he ends up watching them with me. So, we actually think I'm going to put, no, this is fine. We already watched that one and it was really cute. And I feel like there hasn't been a ton of new movies this year. I need to see if Hallmark, like what Hallmark movies I could watch. Maybe I'll do a Hallmark movie. Okay, Mario Bros. Our kids have been obsessed with Mario for a very long time now, especially Jonah. We are super excited about the movie that's coming out in April. It looks like it's going to be really good. It'll probably be a movie that we'll own and then the kids will watch it, by which I mean Jonah will watch it a million times because he does that when he super loves a movie. Izzy does not. She's not a rewatcher. Or if she does rewatch it, it's got to be like a long time after she's already seen it. So she's like that, which I don't understand. I was always a repeater too. I liked rewatching movies that I super loved, but it's okay. It just means we sometimes are forced to watch all those really weird, low budget, terrible animated movies on Netflix. They are so bad. Some of them just so bad. Mario Bros. So there's a movie coming out in April. And just this morning, Aaron was showing me a commercial sort of thing for Universal Studios in Florida has a Mario Land section that they're adding on. I think it's supposed to open this spring, he was saying. And we're going to Florida, to Disney, next November. So I was like, we should totally go there for a day because that would be like the kids' dream come true. So cool. It looks like really cool. So if your kids are into Mario, or if you as an adult are into Mario, because I mean, classic, then check it out. The new theme park at Universal. Deb, you probably already knew about that. Mario Bros. Oh, the Santa Clauses. Oh, I should watch that. That's what I should watch. Because on Thanksgiving weekend, we watched the first like 3 episodes. So I've seen the first 3 episodes, but I haven't watched the rest of them. So maybe that's what I'll watch, because I know Aaron's he's not interested in that. So I can watch that one by myself. Okay. Mario Bros. Okay, next we got Witcher, which is a game Aaron is playing. So I included him in here too, because he's got a couple games he's playing. I'm proud of him though, because he needs to do some classes, some like training classes for work, so he can get a couple of certifications, which just look good for, I mean, not just for a resume, but also for promotions and those types of things. So he's had that on his docket of something he needs to do for a long time and just hasn't made a priority out of it. And so this month he is like, I'm going to take an entire class this month. He's, it's going to be, I forget how many hours long. But he's like, instead of playing games, I'll spend that time going over class material and doing all this stuff at night. So he's been doing that instead, which I'm proud of him. It takes, some self-control to, at the end of the long day of working and dealing with all family, all the kids and the family and dinner and chores and all of that, to sit down. Oh, I forgot the C. Whoops. Darn it. Okay, what if I just stamp the C in there? Whatever, we're going to do it. Who cares? It's fine. Oh, well. Witcher. Whoops, that's what I get. See, I told you, you run the risk. You run the risk of a misspelled thing when you talk and stamp words at the same time. ER. I'm probably going to need to wash my hands after all this. Ooh, Risa, what'd you say? Holiday Spectacular movie on Hallmark. Ooh, good. Good suggestion. Thank you. I have no idea what's on Hallmark this year. And on Hallmark, some of them end up being really good, and then other ones are like, meh. Which is also true of Netflix. So thank you. Holiday Spectacular. Yesterday, you watched 5 Star Christmas. Sarah, where's 5 Star Christmas? Cute and funny. Is it Hallmark or Netflix or wherever else videos and movies can be watched? Witcher. Stray is next. Stray is a game, side comment, that Aaron purchased to play with the kids. So the kids love to just sit and watch him play games. It's like their favorite thing. That's definitely why he is the favorite parent, for sure. It's fact. He's the favorite. Maybe someday in the future I'll be the favorite. We'll see. He might always be. It's okay. So he bought this game called Stray that the premise is that you are a cat and you are a stray cat, right? That kind of falls into, well, it's during a very, what's it called? Dystopian time. So end of world, humans are extinct, robots kind of took over. They weren't evil. It's just humans died off and the robots remained. And then there must have been something nuclear, so they couldn't, organic material couldn't exist. This whole thing. It's a very dystopian type of setting. And the fact that there are these cats, this clan of cats or whatever, proves that the outside world is capable of sustaining life. And who knows where the cats came from and how did they survive and blah, blah. Anyway, so you are a cat and you're trying to figure out how to get out of this robot city, and all kinds of different things. So the kids are liking it because it's cats. You can't really go wrong with that. And it's an interesting game. It's an interesting storyline. So anyway, that's Stray. Amazon Prime Video. Perfect. I have Amazon Prime Video, so I will add that to my list. I'm going to have to come back to this chat, like come back through it and write down all the things you guys recommend. All right, next I've got Stardew Valley, which is a game I love. I absolutely love Stardew Valley. Deb, you work right by where they're building it. Or you used to. You used to. That would be a nightmare. I know so Haley, my younger sister, did an internship for Disney. They have a college program, so it's like Disney College, and you can go and use your time there as college credit. So she did that for a semester and said that the traffic was atrocious, that was like, it was absolutely horrible. I can't even imagine. And like to have to go and work there all the time, that would just be horrible. I'm glad you don't have to work there anymore, Deb. Stardew. An hour to go 5 miles. That's outrageous. That's outrageous. It's like you could walk. You could walk faster than you could drive. This is when I ended up going a little crooked. Whoops. Maybe I can correct it. DEW. Did you guys do the stamped quote page from the December Daily Prep Party? Did you attempt the quote? Stardew Valley. And I think because I'm going to have more room, I can add Pokemon in here because that's also a game that tends to be played a lot. This month it's been a lot more of these other ones, but Pokemon is a staple around here too. L-E. Yes, it does have. So yes, they do, Deb. They have their own little like village. We got to go and visit her there. It was super cool. She brought a car with her, so then they could go and drive to get like groceries and that type of stuff. But yeah, the village, it was super cute. And that way they didn't have to go super far. She could just walk to her wherever she was for the day. Yeah, it's cool. Ooh, Emma, I have not. So Emma says, has everyone seen the free 3x4 12 cards of Christmas from Carrie Bradford? They're really cute. No, I have not. That's super cool. I'm going to go check that out this afternoon. Okay, so Stardew Valley. And then, what was I going to say? Oh, Pokemon. Which will not all fit, and that's okay. That's good. P. Then I only have one more of these to go. But this is essentially my journaling for this page. I'm not doing any other journaling except just like naming all of these things. P-O-K-E. And then that will be it. And I'll know what this means. Poke. Pokey. Okay. All right. So there is the switch. Done. And it's like green on here. I will cut a little bit more off the bottom so it'll get us closer to the words up here. Oh yeah, it'll be like right there. Okay, so we'll let that one dry in the sun. The sun is moving. as we work through this. Okay, last one is the TV. I think I'm gonna flip this inside out, maybe like just clean this off so we are not green. Nope, still green. That's okay. All right, TV. On the TV. So we're going to start with classic Christmas movies, of course. Let's see where the line is on that. Okay, that's fine. The last layout I have after this one is not as tedious. So, FYI. It won't be as much of me babbling while I fill the time that it takes to stamp these darn things. Classic SSIC. I do like using the 4 different inks. I think that was kind of fun to change it up. Classic. Okay. Oh, wait, I need that again. Christmas. Check my phone. Okay. We're still good. Did I write stay and not stray? Whoops, so I missed the R too. Ha! Oh boy, it happens. Many spelling faux pas. Oh, and that's what I was going to say. When you guys did the stamped quote, did you have to go through, like, did you have to try it multiple times? Or did you get it on the first time? Or did you have some, like, spelling errors and decided to live with them? I'm curious. It's always, I think, the CHRIS. I think that's the thing that scares people the most with stamping out a lot of words is, like, misspelling things. And I suppose you can start over, redo it if you want to. Christmas. Or you just learn to live with it. I think stamping is a really good practice in embracing imperfection. It's one of the best ways to practice that. Because, you know, the ink isn't always as saturated as you would want, or, you know, as full coverage as you would want. You misspell things. So it's good. It's good for us. And if you did do the quote page, what was your quote that you chose? Spirited. I want to watch Spirited so bad, but it is on a streaming service we don't have, right? It's Apple TV, right? You don't have Apple TV. Do you have to pay for Apple TV? Probably. I mean, you have to pay for all of them, right? So I assume you would have to. But it's got, like, really good actors in it, and it looks super good, and I've heard good things about it. So I'm bummed. Okay, classic Christmas movies. I probably could have just said Christmas classics, and that would have been fine. But I figured I have a lot of room to fill in, so it'll be fine. Okay, classic movies. Figured this covers a whole bunch of movies that are on the television. All those classics. Okay. I'm going to put just rom-coms and just know that that means holiday rom-coms. So, ROM. Which stands for romantic comedies. Rom-com. This is always the part of Crafting Live where I hope anybody who watches the replay just like skips over it. You know, like just skip over this. It's so long. You could just like boop. Or like puts it on, you know, like crazy fast speed. Right? Sound like a chipmunk or something, you know? But I think about that when I have this type of stuff. Rom-coms. Although, I mean, the commentary, that's where it's at. Oh, okay. Can I, like, fake you out? Sure. Okay, rom-coms. We are also currently watching Wednesday, which is so good. I love it. I love the, like, how sadistic it is. I love it. So Wednesday. That's a show. I started the very first episode, and I think I was into it for like maybe 5 minutes. And Aaron looked over and saw that I was watching it, and he's like, "You're watching that without me?" And I was like, "I didn't know you wanted to watch this movie or this show." He's like, "Yeah, I do." So we're watching it together, which is good and bad. It's good because it's fun to watch shows together, and Aaron and I have extremely similar taste in the types of shows that we like. Also good and bad. Good because it means we can watch them together. Bad because it means we have to wait for one another to be able to watch them. And we have things on opposite nights. So it means it takes us, I don't know, like 3 times as long to watch a show as it would if we were just watching them on our own. All that to say, that's probably going to take us the entire month to get through the show. But it's really good, and I like it. I'm happy to be watching it finally. Nesday. I wish it came out in October. Because it's very, you know, October-ish. But that's okay. We'll take it whenever they can release it. Nesday. Oh, good. It's going to go all the way across. And then I've got, for the bottom, my kids also, so they like playing video games, but they also like watching other people play video games online, which is so strange. That's something that I think of, like, I don't know, high school, college age people being interested in, not a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old, but they love them. We have to watch them a little bit first to make sure that they are kid appropriate, because some of them are not, you know, and they swear and do all kinds of stuff. But these ones, the ones that they particularly love, are safe. So we've got Mondo TV, who plays Minecraft. You know, so when they're not playing it, they're watching it. Or Mongo, sorry, with a G, Mongo. And then the other one, I don't think I'll have room for him, but that's okay, is Zach Scott, and he plays Mario games. Mongo, M-O-N. This one will probably be hard to read once I trim more of this off. That's okay. It'll be okay. Mongo. TV. 2 more letters and we are done stamping. Yes. T. Then I need a massive drink of my water. And V. Yay. Okay, so if you wanted to do something like this, right, and have your TV and the switch and like whatever components you want to add into your page. But you don't want to do all this stamping because it's a lot of work and tedious, takes a long time. If you don't want to do that, you could 100% just print out some typed up journaling that is a running list of all the things. And then, oh, I'm not done stamping. Oh, because I still got to do the title. The title will be fast. Anyways, so you could do that. And, you know, it would take you maybe 10 minutes instead of an hour. But, you know, then you don't get the stamping and the practice in imperfection, right? Okay, so I need to stamp out a title. I think I'm just going to use this piece of cardstock from before. Let's make sure it's not like, it's kind of dirty. Okay, I'm not going to use that. Instead, I'm going to get a fresh piece of paper right here. Also, I'm going to wash my hands real fast. Do I want to do that? Nah, maybe not. But I do need to plug in the heat gun here because, okay, there we go. Because the next thing that we're going to do is stamp out my title on repeat. And we're going to heat emboss it with gold. So I need my embossing ink pad, a tiny little brush just in case. I have my gold embossing powder. I also have a coffee filter, which is what I'm going to pour my embossing powder over top of. And then I can pour it back into this. Because I don't have one of those fancy, whatever they're called, little trays. Which, you know, those trays are very cool for anyone who does have it. Okay, so we've got O, N. I'm going to stamp these kind of far away from each other. I don't need them to be right next to each other on repeat. Oops. Good enough. This is the Versamark embossing ink. It's definitely, of all the ones I've tried, my favorite. Okay, there's going to be two E's, R-E-P-E-A-T. So I'm just going to go ahead and do two E's. Okay. R-E-P-E. And then an A and a T. P-A-T. A. And T. Okay. All right, so that gives me all of those. It's just across the top portion of the page here. So we're going to open up the embossing powder. Try not to make a giant mess. And I'm just going to pour it on top of my letters and hope I don't get it everywhere. Okay, I got a little bit on the table. Whoops, that's okay. All right, do I look like I got it all? I think so. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. We're going to wipe off my desk. And I'm going to turn my heat gun on so it can get nice and hot. All right, there we go. All right, should be good. All right. Okay. Let's heat this up. Okay, yay. So that's done. That's going to be my title. And now we can work on assembling the pocket that this is all going to live inside of. You guys are all watching Wednesday too. I love it. Yes. Yes, you started watching The Handmaid's Tale. It's so wrong, but you can't stop watching it. That's what I've heard about The Handmaid's Tale. That it's like one of those shows that, like once you start, you just can't you can't stop it. And it's just like terrible, bad things, but you can't stop. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've had that on my list of things to try watching, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. That would definitely be one that Aaron would not watch with me. So maybe sometime next year, I'll add that one or I'll put that one higher on the priority list. Okay, so I'm going to set this stuff to the side. So here's what we're going to do for the pocket portion of this. So I have this piece of vellum. This was from last year. It's getting a little darker out now. Anyway, this is from last year. I cut it down to, I think it's 6¼ inches. Nope, it's 6 inches wide by the 8¼ inches tall. Then I took this tag here. Okay, this one, because I was originally going to put it on here, but this was just a little bit too narrow. I needed it to be a little wider. Plus, I love the colors of this vellum. So anyway, I used this though to cut off the corners. I just stuck it up in the corner, trimmed it off, stuck it up in the other corner, trimmed it off, and then gauged, where does it look like about halfway, layered it there, and then punched a hole. So this now looks kind of like a tag. So that was part one. I had to do that off camera because I needed to see the scale of this for the next layout when I was designing it. But then I've got this transparency also from last year, I think. And this is what I want to use for my pocket because it's very cute. So, anyway, so what I'm going to do is stitch this down so that, but I need to cut it down because I don't want it to be this big. I don't remember how big I want it to be though. So let me find that out first. I probably need to find it out here. I feel like you were 6 inches by, and is there stuff on you? No? And no. Okay. So, okay, you, how big are you? 3¼ inches. Okay. So we're cutting this down to 3¼ inch. So it's basically going to keep the 3 bottom pieces there by 6 inches. Okay, that's going to be my pocket. It'll be so cute. All right. There's really no plastic on here. Nope. Okay, really no plastic. Okay, so with this in place on the vellum, I want to stitch it down. Although, actually, I want to add my title first. So title is going to go at the top of the card here. And that is also something I'll probably add a little bit of adhesive to the letters, and then I will stitch it the rest of the way onto the vellum. That way I don't have to worry about it falling off. P, E, R, new. Okay, So we're going to quickly fussy cut these things out. I'm going to leave a tiny bit of white border around the outside of them. Because I think that looks cute. One thing I like about embossing is that it gives a little bit of dimension without creating too much bulk. Because it is a little bit raised, you know? Okay, so there's the T. A. I think I'm just going to leave the inside of the A. That's fine. Okay. And E. Oh, I also probably... No, I'll add my number after we stitch the pocket on. The reason I want to stitch on the letters here is just to give them a little bit more reinforcement so they don't fall off. Okay. I will also keep the middle of the P in there just to make things a little bit easier, a little bit quicker. Okay. P-E-T. Okay, so yes, the spelling is correct. Yes. Oh yeah, and I did. I put the two E's at the same time because that way I didn't have to take the stamp off the block and blah, blah, blah. So yes. I think I was talking about yesterday how sometimes you know the spelling of words, but the more you look at them, the more wrong they look. I think that was yesterday we were talking about that. I definitely feel like that sometimes. And I'm like, this looks wrong. And then I have to dictionary search it to make sure. It's so funny. Okay, so repeat and then on. Which I'm just going to go around the outside and then I'm going to come back in to get those inner parts of the N. These little flourishes. They're so pretty, but you do have to like really finagle in there. Come on. Okay. Okay, and the O, which I'll just follow suit and keep the inside of the O. If you don't like that, so if you are stamping letters and then fussy cutting them out to create titles, you can always use a craft knife to get into the middle of the letters. I just don't really want to use any more time on this page. I want to use as little time now as I can. So let's get these kind of situated on here to figure out where to place them. I think I want to go like E, P, R, Oh yeah, I like the R down in between those houses. So we are going to add a little bit of adhesive here, which means I will be stitching through some adhesive. That's okay. I'll have to decide, do I want to pull back out that gold thread again? I probably should. But it is so finicky. Want you like here. Maybe, whoops, right there. So currently in my machine, I have red. Do I just use red? Do I just be like, screw it, we're doing red? Or should I get that gold? I could, I suppose, try gold on the top. Probably could put this whole word a little bit more over, but you know what? I don't care. Here's the A and the T. Okay, here we go. So on repeat, I feel like need like a little, nope, that didn't do it. A little adhesive just on that end part. Okay, on repeat. Okay, so then you will go on here and all that stuff will go inside. Oh, it's gonna be so cute. All right, so let me get that sewing machine back out. Here we go. Oh, red. Do I just do red? The white border is so perfect. You know what? I don't even know. It's not perfect. If you look really, really close, it is not perfect at all. I just try to get evenly close. And I also try not to go too slow. Sometimes you don't want to go too fast when you're fussy cutting, but you also don't want to go too slow because you get a lot more hand shake that way. Same as sewing. Like you don't want to go too fast, but you also don't want to go too slow, that it also can cause like jaggedness in the stitches or in the cuts when you're doing them. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is, okay, do I want to do red? Or I don't think I want to do red. I think that'll be like super distracting. So let's put the gold, but maybe I'll try keeping the red on the bottom. And maybe that won't ruin anything. Right? One can hope. Okay, so let's put this back here. Thread this machine up like so. Got like a little red glob hanging out there. All right, so, oh, it's so dark, it's hard to see. Okay, into the hole you go. All right, we got it. Okay, so let's just try with, you know what, let's be smart about this and try it on a piece of paper first. Okay, how much does the red show through? Barely, pretty much not at all. Okay, there we go. Problem solved. So first I'm gonna go ahead and stitch through the words, the title on repeat. And then we'll add this to the pocket or to the, whatever. We'll add the pocket to the tag and stitch that on. and then we'll be done sewing for today. Okay, you can still see the red. Well, that's okay. Oh well. We tried. It's not too bad. We will all live. All right, so we've got that. Now, it's pretty cute actually. All right, so now I want to line up these holes because the plastic has punched holes already on it. So I want to line those up with my vellum here. And then I'm going to add some alligator clips. My sewing hack, if you're working with something that you don't want to stick together, so I don't want adhesive on this because adhesive will show through, number one. Number two, it'll gum up my machine. So instead, I use really strong alligator clips to hold the pieces together while I'm sewing. And then I can take them out once I come to them, almost like a pin for fabric. But I also don't want to poke holes, so not a pin, alligator clips or binder clips, whatever you want to call these. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. Happy little pocket is done. Yay. Okay, trim these guys off. There's my on repeat. So where did I put that? Oh, the number 13, I was thinking about putting just like right here. That looks cute, so let's do it. Ooh, here's all the score tape that I've been pulling out. All right. Whoops. That's okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, I just realized I was supposed to cook a roast today. Uh-oh. Whoops. You know what? I will make that tomorrow. Oh man, I hate when I do that. When you have like a meal that is, you have to make it in a crock pot for the entire day and you forget. Well, shoot. Oh, I wonder what we have that we can eat. Okay, so I'm going to start with the phone one. I just need to trim around the phone itself just to give it a cleaner cut for the front, and then we'll add the photo on top. And stick it in the pocket. This was incredibly tedious. I feel like my like watching, listening, kind of like media consumption type pages are always fairly tedious. That I suppose that's maybe the way that I keep things fresh. I don't know. But I think that's a theme. They're usually pretty, there's a lot involved. All right, so we've got this picture. So that's my Allie Edwards screenshot from my phone with all of that. So that goes now in the on repeat thing. Next, we'll do the CD. And I'm just trying to keep a thin white border around the outside. Reasons for that is it hides imperfection a little bit more if you keep the white border around it versus trying to cut right up to that black mark. Because if you accidentally cut too close, then black mark no longer there. And that's more obvious than if your white outline is not quite even. It won't matter as much. Okay. So for this one, we've got Pentatonix CD cover. Rollering circles is so awkward. Okay, so there's that. We'll stick this into the middle. Okay, so there's Pentatonix, my music that's on repeat currently. We've given the ink enough time to dry, so it shouldn't bleed into anything, we hope, right? Okay, next is Nintendo Switch. Which is a new addition for this year. I typically document in some way, shape, or form the music that we're listening to and the movies that we watch. But I have not documented games like this before, and I have not documented my phone, anything to do with my phone before with December Daily. Okay, so, oh, I also stamped that upside down, but it won't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just the back. Okay, so here is our, oh no, I stamped it right. Okay, I got it right. All right, good, good, good. I almost just adhered my photo upside down. Okay, so there is the Switch with the Minecraft. So stick that in the pocket. And last but certainly not least, I'll put that there, is the TV. So I'm gonna do my best to get in here. Oh, swell, pretty good. All right, so around the antennas, just the hardest part of this one. Okay. And again, if you look close at any of these, you'll definitely see that there are imperfections. There are some areas that are a little jankier in their cut. There are some places where the outline is not quite as even, you know, all that fun stuff. It just looks more perfect when you're looking at it on a screen. I can promise you that. Okay. So, and then our movie, Jingle Jangle, just super cute on Netflix. Okay, and then that goes in here. And then we've got the on repeat story completed. Yes, it is done. Okay, so there's that one. It's still pretty flat. I'm actually very pleased by that because it could have been, you know, not. So this is going to go in here. I'm not forgetting anything with it, right? Right? We already know the journaling for this story because it's just, you know, what I stamped. Okay, so there's story 13, 12, which is untying itself here. You stop it. Stop it, 12. Maybe I should have made this bowable. Although I could just, like, I could just double knot it lightly. Maybe I will. Okay, so we've got that. Now, Okay, so the final story for today. Phew, we are getting there. The final story. So, okay, hi. Hey, no problem, because today I'm here just like extra long today. It's nice. I'm getting 4 layouts done in one day, and one of them took me, an hour and a half. Because some days are like that. Okay, so I'm going to dump all of this in here. By days, I mean, like story days. I don't know. That whole thing. Okay, so all this can go back in here, and there, and there. Your garbage, and your garbage. You are all not garbage. Okay. All right, so the last story I have for today is actually from today. Yay. So the story I am telling is about my daughter's holiday concert, which she had this morning. So Izzy's school for the last 2 years had to cancel their holiday concert, due to COVID. Because Izzy is only in 2nd grade right now, that means she's never had a Christmas concert before. I actually totally forgot that they were a thing until they sent home a flyer this year, and I was like, wait, oh yeah, I forgot that that's something, that schools do. So we're documenting the concert from this morning. It was so cute. I'm so happy we were able to go. It was so cute. Now, the prompts that I pulled are the gallery walls and or frames. So, of course, I am using the frame paper. And then I also have 'Tis the Season 4 is my journaling prompt, which was also pretty darn perfect for this story. I was very happy with that. So I've got, oh man, okay, we do have like a tiny bit of stamping to do on this one, but I promise you it's not like that last layout. Okay, so let me talk you through a little bit of my thought process here. So first of all, I got a lot of stuff going on here. Ugh, so much stuff going on here. Let me set that to the side, all that to the side. So I knew that I was going to be working on the back of a vellum tag, meaning I would be able to see through to look at all of the stamping words right there. Now I didn't want that to distract from the page itself. So what I decided to do was to take a piece of pattern paper that I also drew some pencil dots on. Let me erase those so I knew where to add my journaling. Okay. I took a piece of pattern paper and I cut it down. This is, oh gosh darn it, I hate that. Where's my other ruler? Here it is. Okay, this is 5 1/4 by 7 1/4. And I'm putting this into the middle section of the tag. So it will cover up the stuff behind it. And then on the day behind it, you'll be able to see through to the back, but it's white. So it doesn't, it's not too terrible. It doesn't take up too much visual space. I think it's fine. So we're going to do that. Now I do actually, how am I going to stick you down? Because you will definitely see. I did not think about that. You will definitely see the adhesive on the back side of this. Well, darn it. Ooh, you know what? Maybe. No. Well, that might just be an oh well at this point. I did not think about that. Oh. Yeah, that might just be an oh well. So anyway, I've got a title that I want to put on here, this Fa La La, because it's a concert, so song made sense. I also found one of those little banners, let's just cut this out right now, that says 'Tis the Season, which of course I'm going to use that because that is my journaling prompt. 'Tis the Season. And then I felt like the bottom of this grid paper just kind of looked barren. Like there's just not a lot there. Even when I add journaling to it, there's not a lot there. So I thought about the 4x6 journaling card that came in the main kit this year, and it has little houses at the bottom, which kind of mimics the little houses at the bottom of the transparency from the day before. So here we go. Fa La La So cute. And then, oh, not houses, presents. It has presents on the bottom, kind of like houses on the last one. So I thought I could take the presents. I just totally trimmed this off of the bottom of that 4x6 card so that I can trim around the presents like so. And we're going to make this into a little border at the bottom of this page. And you'll see it really helps to ground the whole thing. Okay, so it's just getting around all these little tiny ribbons and stuff. But the rest of the card is just kind of a blank, neutrally color, kind of grayish, beigeish, white. Okay. Again, I'm not shooting for perfection here. It's okay if it's, you know, got some interesting sections to it. It's fine. Okay, so we've got that. So this is going to go right here at the bottom. And look how cute that is. It's so cute. Okay, so we've got that. Here's my little tiny photo for the calendar. My journaling, once again, I printed on sticker paper because I don't want to, this has a little bit of like foiling to it, right? It is foiled. Yes, it's foiled. So I didn't want to cover up the foil, and also I trimmed this down before I thought about it, and I could have ran it through my printer, but too late for that. So we're going with this. So I've got sticker paper here, and then for the page itself, I have a bunch of different photos and some embellishments. And that's pretty much what I'm going to be putting in here. I did digitally take this page, this frame page, and I created, like I extracted the centers from the frames so I could, I kind of want her name to be in there. Actually, I can probably make it less than that. Anyway, I wanted to be able to just trim the photos out and stick them inside. So a little bit. A little bit smaller. Okay, I think just about there. I'm hand cutting these. For me, these can be kind of wonky because the frames are wonky, so it doesn't matter too much, you know? I feel like this corner, actually, I wonder, okay, we're gonna try something. This might be hopefully not a mistake. When I was looking for photos too, I have some from the actual event today. And then I have some from school projects that have come home over the last few days because I wanted to put some of those in here too. Okay, that one looks good. So there's that one. I've got some, like this little present fits there. It looks super cute. When I post these on social media, because there will be close-up images, and when I post them in our Patreon thing, I will blur out the other kids just because they are not my kids. So just, you know, heads up that the other kids, I won't blur out Izzy, but the rest of them I will. I think they're pretty tiny here, and it's not always the best, I say it's not always like the best quality when you're live, so I'm not too worried about it right here. But just as a heads up, some of it will be blurred out. Okay, I just want a little bit more here, and that one should be good. Yep. For the square photo on the bottom here, I once again created myself a QR code because I took some video. I videoed the first song that they sang, and saved that. Well, the first song and a half I have. So I have that saved, and I have a QR code to go back and watch that again because it is so stinking cute. It's so cute. Okay, so this one I'm just going to cut inside of the photo. Ah, yeah, good job. Good job, Crystal. Okay, so like this is an example of artwork. This is a snowman that Jonah brought home. Do I still have it in here? No, I put it away. It's cute, and it's so janky and I love it. Which totally is like a huge difference between Izzy and Jonah, just in the ways that they create their artwork, where Jonah is much more like just slap things down so he can be done and can go move on to other things, versus Izzy, who's like very precise about where does everything go. There and there, and you go, I think right there. Yes, but I need more off these sides. Okay. This one is such a cute paper. When the collection first came out, this was one of the papers I was most excited about because I love building these little collages of photos. So, love it. So, and like here's one of Izzy's art pieces that I'm doing next. It's a coloring that she did of a bunch of Christmas kitties. This is just cute and totally her. Okay, and a little bit more off the top. That should be good. Okay, and then I've got a big group photo. Which will probably also need more cut off of it. Let's find out. Oh yeah. So maybe we'll go like a little bit off of every side. I'll bet that's good. Yes. Okay. So those are all the photos going in the bunch. Then I've got some different ephemera pieces. So I've got a Santa. I love the Santa with glasses. He's my favorite. Cat hair. He's my favorite, so he's going in. Then I've got this cute little like felt star I thought would be nice there. I have one of these felt stockings from last year that looks cute there. And then this is a wood veneer from Colorcast Designs. It says, December memories, will cherish these always. So I like that one there. Yes. Getting the digitals makes things so much easier for figuring out scale and size and like all the things. Yes. Okay, so I was also thinking potentially about adding some of the banners on here. I kind of like this one that says holiday fun. How many things do I have? 1, 2, kind of, I mean, it goes then in a little bit of a angle. It doesn't cover her up, so maybe I'll leave that one and just not do the other two. Okay, so let's go ahead and stick things down on this page because that's what this one's going to be. It's just all this stuff, which is really fun. What you might start to notice though, here's what I started to notice when I was making this, is that it starts to feel kind of busy. like there's not really a rest for the eye, especially because we have all of these tiny photos and then we've got like a bunch of words over here and all the things. So as I was looking at this, I decided that I kind of wanted something to break in between the frames and this like journaling section. So I decided to pull out some vellum just to see like what would happen if I put a vellum overlay over the top of it, which you can see would be like this. And it just kind of helps to mute it down. Just something about it is really helpful. And then when you turn it over, it helps to mute that down so you can pay more attention to this side. So I'm going to build a vellum page that will go in between. But then I felt like, well, I can't just have like plain vellum. I mean, you can, right? You can have that. So I was like, well, what if I use this as an opportunity to add like one of those circle pieces, and then I can put my number inside this, right? Which I like that. And then on the back side, I can add another one and put more story inside of it because I felt like I had more story to tell. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make this little vellum piece with a circle thing in the middle to help tone it down because it's a lot. The Santa here with the glasses was one of the what is it called? Layered stickers from the main collection. I just took off all of the foam tape on those and turned them into cardstock pieces because I think they're really cute, but I kind of didn't want to use them as layered. I felt like they were a little too dimensional. So I took that off, and I like how they turned out with all the stuff taken out. They're still really cute. And they still have some depth to them. I'm not frozen, am I? Oh, I am frozen. Okay. I'm like, am I frozen? I am frozen because I got low battery. So let's plug this in. You should be good now. I should be good now. So, journaling and notes for the days. So you're good there. Pictures. It's just ideas for the pages. All right, okay, so I'm reading that. Yes. So, okay. So, I don't think you're definitely not alone in that feeling, okay? I think that, like, first of all, there's so many ideas out there that can sometimes lead to paralysis of what to do. I personally keep my inspiration, what am I going to say, like where I get my inspiration from, pretty limited right now. So I do go on Instagram and I do, you know, like look at people's things and like them because I want to support people in that way. But it's a tightrope, right? Of being supportive, but not letting it overwhelm you, all of the content. And I think that's, you know, you just got to figure out, I suppose, what that is for you. Anyway, so there are lots of ideas out there, tons. And that can be hard sometimes. For me, I watch Allie Edwards. I watch her videos. I don't always watch them the day they come out. Sometimes I wait and watch a couple of them at a time, or who knows. I also watch Kasha's. Kasha is one of my really good friends, and I want to support her in that way. But also, for me, sometimes watching process videos is more desirable than going on to Instagram because the videos, I feel like, are more about catching up on their lives. Like, I like going and watching Kasha's videos because it allows me to see, like, what is she up to, you know? And there are a few others like that, you know, like Shuin. I like watching her videos because I like finding out what she's up to. And you just get connected to people and you care a lot about what's happening in life. And because December is so crazy, it's hard to stay real connected. Watching videos is a great way to do that. So I do watch process videos, or at least I listen to them. Sometimes I really don't even watch them very much. I just listen. But in terms of going and looking for ideas. I don't do that very often. A lot of times I'll just go on Pinterest. Especially because I'm doing this whole like, oh, gallery wall. Sometimes the prompt will pertain to a specific product I want to use. For instance, this frame page. Other times I don't really know what I want to use. So I will, I need something to put this down with. I will go to Pinterest and say like scrapbook layout circles, you know, and just see what comes up and what feels exciting, approachable, that type of thing. It's harder to search that kind of stuff on Instagram. You can't really, I mean, I suppose you probably could, but I imagine that it's not as easily found if you go on Instagram and say like scrapbook circles. I don't know what's going to come up, but I've always loved Pinterest. It's definitely a place where I get a lot of my inspiration from. But yeah, I would not don't feel bad about, you know, not having a ton of ideas what to do with your stories right now. I think the most important thing is gathering the paying attention and the gathering of the stories. You know, the way you put it together, that can always happen later. Or not at all, you know, or not at all. And then you just have like a compilation of stories that you've taken notes down for. And that still has value too. Okay, so here is the frame page, which is so cute. So cute. Okay, so then let's transition to this page, which I got to figure out, like, oh, what am I going to do to adhere this down? Okay, so here's what I could do. I have an idea. I could, because the bottom of this, you'll still totally see it, won't you? Gosh darn it. I wish I would have thought about this. Okay. I'm like, I could just staple it up at the top. That wouldn't be the worst thing. Plus, if I put any kind of ribbon or something in here, it could potentially be okay. Oh, I don't know what to do with you, but I can start by building on top of you and going from there. So I will tiny attacher my title onto the page. So I'm just gonna put a couple staples in that. I will also add the little presents down at the bottom. Whoops. Oh, you guys, what should I do? How should I attach this onto that vellum? I'm so irritated that I didn't come up with a plan for that. I mean, I did design this just this morning, so I'll give myself grace. But, like, oh, I'm so annoyed. Okay, so I've got that. 'Tis the season. You could prop this up and give it, you know, some foam tape. I'm not going to do that in the spirit of keeping things flatter. I'm not going to do that this time. You can just go straight down. I think I'm going to put this like right here. 'Tis the season. Whoops. Okay, 'tis the season. All right, and then what I wanted to do for the journaling is I'm gonna just cut these lines. This is on that same matte sticker paper. Okay. They're so thin. But I don't want a bunch of the extra sticker paper in between. I want it to just, I want it to just go right where the text is going to be. Oof. Right there and there. 2 more. You guys have any ideas? Embroidery floss. Oh, that's a good idea. You think it'll barely be, oh, the roller adhesive. Okay. Fun embroidery floss, stitch a star or something. I could stitch it. So maybe what I'll do, okay, here's an idea. We could tape it to the bottom portion because the bottom portion has all of this stuff you would have to see through in order to see the tape, right? And I'll use roller adhesive because I think you're right that roller adhesive is going to be a little less obvious than score tape. That score tape's going to stick out a little bit more. And I don't want that. So I think we'll adhere the bottom part and then I'll grab some embroidery floss and stitch a little star at the top of it that would be more seen, and then it won't look like a mistake. It'll look like, you know, I've got a cute little, I don't know, red. I'll probably do red. Cute little red star on both sides, right? So instead of a staple, because a staple is a little bit more metal than I want to see too. Oh. Okay, so I think that's what we'll try. Thank you. Crowdsourcing. Yes, love it. Okay, so what I'm going to use here for the 3 bullet points that I have of journaling, I wanted to use some of the stamps from this Paisley Press stamp set. There's one that looks like a little berry and one that looks like holly. So I was like, oh, I could stamp like holly and berries. And that would be cute to start, you know, to have at the beginning of my journaling. So with that said, I just need to figure out where these need to start and end. I think it's here. I tried to give myself enough room to make these. Yeah, so there, and there. So I have enough room over here to make these. So we're just gonna go for this and hope it works out. I feel like that's my mantra. Let's just go for it and, you know, hope for the best. Most of the time it works out. I'm going to use this Mackenzie. And I think I just want to like, oh, here we go. Do 1 and 2. And then 1 and 2 and right, yes, and then right here it's going to be 1 and 2. Okay, so there's my holly leaves. The leaves, clean that off, and then we're going to do the berries, which they have 3 berries, right? It's like a cluster of 3 little berries. I think that's what I was thinking of doing. Or is it just 1? No, it's definitely 3. Oh wait, this just went out of order. That, you go here. Okay. You go here. Whoops, I did put it a little too high. That's okay. 3, yes, 3. Okay, so here we go. So we're gonna go 1, 2, and 3, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we've got holly, we got berries. Yay. Kind of helps me see that there, are 3 sections of text on the page. Oh, and you know what? I was thinking about doing this too. Do I want to? Which one was I thinking of doing? Oh, this. Oh, what fun. Yeah, I'm totally doing this. Okay, so let's add another one because why not? The more the merrier. This time I'm using black. And I've got this, says, oh, what fun. This is from last year's Tiny Phrases, which are a little bit more like traditional Christmas sayings, whereas this year's they're more like shows. So I'm just layering these in here. It says, oh, what fun, oh, what fun, oh, what fun. Okay. Yay. Okay, so that is done. Now, we can stick that text down. We can figure out what to do with the sticking everything down. Done with that, done with that. To the side, what time is it? 4:20, okay. All right, I'm still okay for time right now. This is a long day, long day. All right, so let's stick down text. Ooh. Is there an easy break point? Yes. Yes, there is. So I want you to go, ooh, staticky. Okay. Okay, so this first one says, 'tis the season for holiday arts and crafts projects. Ah. Hold on. We're going to do it this way, I think. Okay. Holiday arts and crafts projects, coloring pages, and silly stories coming home from school. Okay. And then, oops, wrong side. I have like ink on my fingers. I'm just trying to like, oh. Okay. 'Tis the season. There we go. Because it will totally pick up the ink on my fingers. All right, there we go. So 'tis the season for dreaming big, making wishes, holding on to hope. Good enough. Okay. And, okay. Holding on to hope, drawing, and drawing pictures to manifest it all. Which is totally what the kids are doing right now. And then, come on. Oh no, this one doesn't have an easy break. Oh, but I got it. This might end up being easier though. Okay. 'Tis the season for sweet carols sung at school, holiday concerts, and the joy or pride / pride we feel as parents. Okay, so get this one down there. Oh, that's what I should have done all along. That made this way easier. Okay. Okay, so there we go. There's my journaling. And it's barely noticeable that it's sticker paper and not just typed on there, which I love. Okay, so I'm thinking, I want to, maybe from underneath where it says fa la la, we're just gonna like roller adhesive. And call that good. Okay. So the bottom part will be stuck on via tape. Then, and let's see. Oh yeah, you can't see it. Very good. Okay, so then the top, let's do a quick little thingy here. Do I have a needle somewhere? Red. Get out my embroidery floss real quick and we'll just stitch a little star at the top. The fun part is going to be threading this darn thing. I hate threading embroidery floss onto needles, don't you guys? Ugh. Okay, so I do have a fat, like a big needle, but it does not have a very big opening. Come on. I should probably make sure there's no like adhesive or something on here. I need those flossers that you get. No, I had it. That you get for braces. You know what I'm talking about? They like go through the thing. Wait. I think I have something. Okay, wait. I do. This thing is magic. Okay. I'll have to make sure to put it back where it came from. Okay, so this thing has like this little wire piece that you just stick through the needle. Oh my gosh, this just made my day. Okay, and then you thread the, whatever it is you're, threading through there. Now please come through, don't break. Except I probably need to make you flat or something. Oh no, come on, you can do it. I am putting all 6 strands through, and that's a lot, so, you might also hate this. Come on, please. Okay, that broke. Never mind. Okay, I stand corrected. I need some of those floss things that you get for braces because they work the same way. Come on. Instead, we're just going to get a few strands at a time. This is the bane of my existence. I could have washied this too. That sometimes works. Let's do that. Okay, here's another way you can do this. Is you wrap it in washi tape, but make it really thin and really pointy. Okay, then thread the washi tape. Is this the same needle that I always use? There's no way. It was not this. Okay. I don't remember it being this thin. Okay, there we go though. I got it. Got it. All right. Washi tape for the win. All right, so this thing is just, that did not work at all. All right, so I am going to just put like a little, I think I'll do it over here. But I'm just going to not go that far. Try that again. So I think I'm just going to do like a little, I want want this to go maybe like here and here, like a little plus sign. Maybe for good measure, I'll do it twice. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't make it a star pattern on the back, but it's still not like, it's like a little red, almost dot-ish looking thing. I am just going to double knot it to tie it off because it's fine. You know, and that doesn't bother me. Okay, so that's going to help hold it onto the top there. And I think that's probably okay. If I just do one, I think it'll be fine. It's going to be fine. So we're going to leave it at that. Now, we've got these two pieces that are side by side. A little busy. I mean, actually, it's really not that terrible, but at this point, I've already gone the extra step, so we're going to do it. For this, I want to cut this down. So it is so it's 11 by 8 1/4, the same size as the paper. Okay. Then we're going to hole punch it. And then I just need to add these things on top, and that'll be it. Then we'll be done for today. 4 layouts done. Okay, so vellum. It is a lighter vellum. That's fine. It'll be fine. Okay, so what I want to do is, which one did I want? Christmas Merry and Bright. Yes, I want this one on the front side. Okay. Kind of in the middle as much as possible. Which I think is probably right about there. We're gonna call it. Good enough. Okay. Then I'm going to add adhesive to the second one, which says most wonderful time of the year. And for this, I'm going to first add it onto this little circle journaling. This came from one of those felt pockets. So doing that first. So it picks it up, right? Like it's on there. And then I'm going to put this on top of the other one. So that allows me to adhere the thing down without having extra adhesive inside of the circle. But we do have the white on the background, which is good. I did want that. So then I'm going to put in this number 14. So here's my story number. It has its own little feature spot. How about that? So 14 will go right in the middle. I wanted to add one of these cute little red stars from last year's collection. Okay, 3 berries or 1 big berry. Oh, good. That's good to know. Thank you. I was like, I don't know. I can't remember. Okay, so the little star is going to go on the little, I don't know, whatever that section is of the 14. And then I actually wanted to take some of this, like holly, although I probably need these scissors because I'm sure it's wires in here. And I want to add this right underneath the 14 because I think that's really cute. So I probably should have stitched it in all honesty, but that's okay think what I'm going to do instead is see if somewhere in here. No, do I not have really? Oh, I do. I'm like, I thought I had really thin red line tape. I'm going to try just using some really thin red line tape and see if that will work. It might not, but also it might. And we won't know unless we try. So, the hardest part, getting the stupid backing off. Okay. And then we're just going to stick it down right there. Okay. So there we go. So this is how this is going to turn out. I might just save these and do these later. The little calendar ones. We'll do that on Monday because I'm pretty tired. So 4 layouts done today. All right, so here's how this one turned out. I'll also have to photograph these tomorrow too because my son is definitely gone. But we've got that. We've got my number for the day. This turns over. Has some extra journaling here and then the photos. My journaling says, Isabella's school holiday concert was back on this year since Izzy is in 2nd grade and the previous 2 years' concerts were canceled due to COVID. This was her first holiday concert ever. She was really excited to have us all come and watch her sing with her classmates. Today, I got her a new, sorry, not today, with her classmates today. I got her a new festive outfit to wear and invited my parents to come as well. Luckily, we were able to snag a front row seat after the 1st grade parents left. Izzy's class sang and danced to 3 songs, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Here Comes Santa Claus, and Must Be Santa. It was the most adorable thing I have ever seen. And it was so stinking cute. Ooh, my hands just warmed that up and it curled. Okay, so this I'm going to stick in the album. And then we're going to call this day done. Woohoo! We did it. 4 stories in a day. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. So, friends, thank you. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me today. This was really fun and very exciting to be to this point, right? Past the halfway point. So we did a number 11, number 12 here with the stuff inside, 13 with all of those fun pieces that come out, and 14 for the school concert day, right? And then this will be 15 on Monday. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of these layouts come together. I will take pictures and post them into the Patreon post tomorrow, so you can check those out and see everything in greater detail, and especially for anyone who doesn't want to go in and watch replays, I try to get those in as quickly as possible so you can see them all. I hope that you all have a good weekend. If you are in Tier 2, don't forget that we do have book club on Thursday this week, so hopefully I'll see you there. And there's also the Zoom event on Saturday, the last Zoom event of the year on Saturday for Tier 2. So don't forget about those. The rest of you and all of you, I will see you back here Monday. Tomorrow, we will not be here. I'm going to be volunteering at my daughter's school party. So I will see you back here on Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time to work on story number 15. Have a great weekend, friends. See you later. Bye.